Hi guys, welcome to the Pioneer Volunteer. Today I am super excited because this year is 5 years since I created the Pioneer Volunteer, and I wanted to do something super special for that. So stay tuned to see what I'm going to be working on. So this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, that it's been on my bucket list. Today my husband and I, donating our car. So if you remember, this is the car that was seen in the trailer for the Pioneer Volunteer 5 years ago. We've had this car for, well, this car is 13 years old this year. It's held up fantastic. And this is the car that I spent a lot of my time driving back and forth for the New York Guard State Defense Force. So I a lot of times was doing like 200 miles a day. So right now I think the car is at maybe like 186,000 miles, but it's been going strong. We've had no transmission issues, no engine issues, no big issues at all with this car. So definitely has a lot of use left in it, and I really wanted to go to a good cause. So the cause that we have chosen is the Disabled American Veterans, and this is something that's super special to me because this I am doing in honor of my mom, Veronica, and my stepdad, Paul. They actually met through the Disabled American Veterans, the DAV, which is something that they are a part of. They're both veterans, and in honor of thanking them for their service and everything that they've done for this country, and in honor of my mom's 60th this year, this is going to be donated in honor of them. So as I mentioned, I want to do this for a long time. I've heard about organizations through mailers and online for donating cars. And one thing I wanted people to realize is that when you donate your car, it doesn't specifically go towards a family. So what happens is the car gets donated. It's almost like a monetary donation. So once it gets donated, it actually gets sold at an auction, and then the proceeds go towards that organization to fund its services. So it used to be in the beginning that organizations would have the car go to the actual family, but they don't always know what the condition of the car is, and especially if it's a veteran family, they might be going through a lot of things, coming back from maybe overseas or an injury. So they want to have them be set up with the best things, and a car that could have problems might not necessarily be the best thing for that. So instead, the amount of the car goes towards the services that the organization provides. So the DAV provides services for our veterans. So that's one thing I just wanted to put out there, because in the beginning I thought, when I was looking into this, like, okay, so this is going to go towards a veteran family, they'll be driving the car. So it doesn't exactly work like that. So this is how it does. So in order to schedule your donation, you have to make sure you have the title in hand, because you're going to need a bit of information from that title to provide to the organization. And they're also going to need information about the car. So approximate mileage, you need to know what kind of condition the car is in. Some of the other things. So you'll have to have the VIN number, the inspection sticker date, license plate number, the name of the person that the title is under, and you also need to have the address for the pickup, and they'll need to know whether a flatbed truck can be able to access the car from that location where it's picking up, and also if it's within a gated community. In addition to that, you'll need the social of the person who is the title holder. So I just want to give this information out there so you feel comfortable when you do have to call, and make sure that the organization you're giving to is a legitimate organization. And one way you can check that is through Charity Navigator. For us, so when I called, they did provide me with a donation reference number, so that's something that you'll be provided. As I mentioned, you do need to know the condition of the vehicle. So they'll need to know if it's drivable. They'll need to know, are the tires inflated? If they're not, then they'll want you to inflate them ahead of time. They'll need the license plate removed and the stickers, as well as your car insurance, registration cards, all of that removed, as well as all of the items from the car. And you want to generally have it in as best condition possible, so that way when it does go to auction, it can get the greatest amount possible for that organization. So after the initial call, you'll have to wait 2 to 3 business days to get the call about scheduling the pickup. So the pickup for this vehicle went through the organization that does the auction, and they provide the connection with the towing company. So they provided a direct connection by making that phone call just to make sure it goes to the right place. And then connected us. So if it takes a few days, so for me, it didn't initially take 2 to 3 business days, it took longer. I called about a week just to check on what the status was, and so the initial paperwork hadn't immediately gone through yet. So they said, okay, you know, we're processing it now, and then from there they worked on scheduling the actual towing company to come pick that up. So it does take a couple phone calls. We want to make sure that the title holder is available when the actual pickup occurs, because they need to be here. They need to make sure that the title is signed over. Yeah. And you also need to give information as to if there is a lien against the car. So those are some of the things you need to make sure that you know for it. But yeah, this to me is really, really close to my heart, something I've wanted to do for a long time. So huge bucket list item that we're doing today. I'm super excited about this. So it feels like Christmas Day. And I think that, you know, when you give back, it's something that can never be taken away from you. This is something that you've done to help somebody else. And again, you could do like a monetary donation instead of, you know, donating a car, but this is something really big that I've wanted to do for a long time. So if you do have property assets, I know there's different organizations that take boats and all sorts of other assets, again, so that they can be sold to donate the proceeds to that organization. Oh, and I also wanted to mention that you can do a tax deduction for this. So make sure that when you have the car picked up, you should be able to get some sort of receipt. And then I believe there's like a fair value donation you can do, but you're also going to get something about the auction price. So I'll have more details about how it works with the like tax deductible like part, and then I'll like post like a little thing about that. So, but I just wanted to put that in there because that's another great incentive for donating your car. Gonna miss you. All right, here we go. Say bye, car. Get donated. The only time in life will be exciting for a tow truck to take your car. All right, so our vehicle was picked up. There was an authorization to pick up the vehicle. The title was signed over. There was a donation receipt. And also the tow truck driver mentioned to take a picture of the title just in case anything should happen or it's needed for some reason. And then there's a stock number that is to be used as a reference. And then it takes between 10 to 14 days for the business days for the tax information to arrive. So it was a pretty smooth process actually. The tow truck driver was fantastic. He was actually giving us notifications ahead of time, like the day before. They also notified us a couple business days before that they were picking up, and then he even he even texted maybe like 15 minutes before just to let us know, hey, you know, I'm like 15 minutes out. So it was really a smooth process. It was really helpful. And yeah. But yeah, so if you guys want to donate your vehicle, definitely check out the DAV as an organization that you might want to donate to. For me, another reason why I'm sort of paying it forward is when I was a college student and I was going to volunteer over in Tanzania, Africa, this organization, the DAV, they actually provide like scholarships, and they provide like certain like donation or grants to children of veterans. So when I went to go volunteer, I put in an application to see if I might qualify for a donation towards that organization that I was volunteering under, which was a tax deductible like nonprofit organization. So they actually donated $500 towards for me going to volunteer overseas. So this is my way of kind of paying it back. Now that organization was based out in Oklahoma, and this one is based in New Jersey, but the DAV is a countrywide organization helping our veterans. So again, if this is something that you can consider doing from your family, then I definitely highly encourage that. And otherwise, cheers to volunteers. I also wanted to mention that one of the reasons I wanted to give this to an organization was that this is the first car that I ever picked out. I remember when I saw this car, it was kind of like love at first sight. And so this car is just really special to me. I named it Black Beauty. That was one of my favorite books growing up. I loved horses, used to ride a little bit when I was a kid. And I just wanted this to go to something where it was like bigger than myself, something that meant something, rather than just kind of like getting rid of it. And it is going to have like a double purpose, because it's still going to the family who purchases it, and then also it's going to impact families of veterans themselves. So I'm really excited about this. I hope that the next person takes great care of it, and that it really does some great things. So thank you for watching.